Okay, this is Bradley. All right, so there's some good kind of storytelling with the camera here. It's way too long, 41 seconds. Really, we're looking for between 5 and 10 seconds, and there's really no chance with the time we have to do quality animation and render it with its 41 seconds. So I would suggest just using the last 5 to 10 seconds of this. When I saw this, I assumed that you had animated the main control, but then I discovered that you animated the entire environment around the character, and that was interesting. I had never seen someone do that before, but that is wrong. You don't want to do that because you notice how his feet look. I'll just show you in the perspective view. Yeah, I am in the perspective view. Like they sort of look like they're like ice skating along. And you're never going to get him to stick to the ground if the ground's moving beneath, literally moving beneath his feet. So I think you need to not do that, and just have him walk normally. Just move him. So weird. Move him with his root control. And where is his root, anyways? Can't remember what the root's called exactly. Oh, there's that. Oh, is that the? I mean, it's the one with the arrows. Where is that? He seems to be missing some controls. Did you hide a bunch of stuff? Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Well, there they are. This is what you should be moving him forward with. So his body should be moving forward with this. And then see how the feet, when the body moves, the feet can stick. So you can always have one foot always stuck to the ground while he's walking forward. Um, you shouldn't animate this thing at his base, which I know you didn't. This round one at his feet. Don't. Oh, Jesus. Let's turn off surfaces. So you don't animate that, but do animate this one and the feet, but just make sure one foot's always stuck on the ground, and don't animate the whole environment. So let's say you do this last part. I would just kind of have him maybe take one step up to this thing and do his little ritual here. But see, when you do this stuff, the most important thing to animate is actually this root. That should move on every pose, or nearly every pose, but generally every pose. And you don't have it move. Wow, there's a lot of keyframes in there. That's a kind of a crazy amount of keyframes. I don't know why. There shouldn't have to be so many keyframes there to get the movement you want. Like between here and here, like what happens if we took out these, for example. maybe that's not all. Just trying to remove some of these. Yeah, so you don't need all those. Way too many. And it'll look smoother, I think, if you do take some out. Um, anyway, but yeah, so each of these poses, this, from here to here, maybe, um, maybe he kind of goes down and forward a bit, and maybe like, I don't know, rotates a foot out a little bit, maybe slides a foot on the floor a little bit. See how he's starting to come alive a little bit more, just from those little changes. And then here, maybe he comes up a bit. Whoops, don't want all those, just this one. And maybe he kind of arches his back a little bit or something. See how, I don't know, doesn't it kind of look like he's coming alive a bit when you start using more of the controls? The idea is that every pose you should at least touch and adjust even slightly every single control. But your poses are only using like 3 and 4 controls at a time, that kind of number. But it should be all of them. Should change every pose, if only a little bit. I mean, sometimes certain parts of the body can be really locked down, but mostly, our bodies are moving around. We can't be perfectly rigid in any way when we're moving, when we're standing. So, you know, really work on those poses, and I would say narrow down your animation just to this end part. Maybe take like a step or two into the scene and do that arm raising thing, and that can be your animation. But don't try to do that whole big walk up. There's no time for that. And also, you've done it wrong by animating the environment. So remove the animation from the environment, focus on the end, and really work on your poses.